dear students, good morning to all. In our last period, we learned about the variations into the organism and the accumulation of variation. We learned that the differences in the characters or the traits among the individuals of a species is called as a variation. For example, we see that the variations into the human being. We can see that the variations into the ear. In the some human being, that earlobe is attached. Someone human being, that earlobe is a hanging earlobe. In this way, we can see the variations into the heights also. Some are the too much taller, some are the too much short, some are having the medium heights. In this way, we see the variations in the colors also. Okay. Then we learn about the accumulation of variations into the species. Accumulation of variation means these variations which generated into the species that generated into the progeny, it get transferred to the next generation and it get accumulated into the species. Understand? And this leads to the evolution. Okay. Now, today, before explaining the Mendel's experiment of the transmission of the characters from parents to their offspring, you should know about some important terms such as the chromosome, gene, dominant gene, recessive gene, genotypes, phenotypes, F1 generation and F2 generation. First, I will explain about this term one by one. Okay? First is the chromosome. Chromosome, we know that it is a genetic material. That chromosome, it is a thread-like structure. Chromosome, it is a thread-like structure. It is present into the nucleus of a cell which form the DNA. Chromosome, it is a genetic material which presents into the nucleus of the cell. We know that in the nucleus, all the genetic materials are present which transfer from parents to their offspring. So, which genetic materials? So, DNA. Okay. Already we learned about in our previous chapter about the DNA. So, see here, the chromosome, it is a thread-like structure. It presents into the nucleus of the cell. It forms of the DNA. It carries the genes. Means on this chromosome, the genes are present. On these chromosomes, the genes are present. Understand? And there are the different numbers of the chromosomes are present into the different organisms. For example, into the human being, into the human body, 23 pairs of the chromosomes are present. In the human body, 23 pairs of chromosomes are present. So, in that, first 22 pairs are same in male and female. See, in the human body, 23 pairs of the chromosomes are present. In that, first 22 pairs are the same into the male and the female. And last 23rd pair is different. Last 23rd pair is a different in the male and the female. Different in male and female. So, in the male, the last pair contain X and Y chromosome, and in the female, X and X chromosomes are present. Understand? The last 23rd pair is a different into the male and in the female. In the male body, it contains X and Y chromosome, and in the female body, both are the X chromosomes are present. Both are called as the sex chromosomes. Understand? Now, our next point point is the genes. Okay, so we know that this gene is present on the chromosome. It's a unit of the DNA on the chromosome. What is the function of this gene? These genes govern the synthesis of the proteins. The genes govern the synthesis of the proteins which control the specific characteristics, specific traits of the organisms. Okay, so there are thousands of the genes are present on the chromosomes, which is they are the various controlling the various characteristic traits of the organisms. Okay, now these genes are the units of the heredity. Now units of the heredity means what? These genes transfer the characters, traits from parents to their offspring. So therefore it is called as a unit of the heredity. For example, we said that your eyes is look like your mother, your nose is look like your father. Why? Because due to the inheritance of these genes, transfer of these characters from parents to their offspring. Genes work in the pair. Okay, we know that these genes present on the chromosome, so that genes are always present into the pair. Genes are represented by the letters. For example, while explaining, otherwise into the diagram or explanation of the inheritance, that gene is represented by using the letters. The genes controlling the same characteristics, the genes which controlling the same characteristics are given the same letter. We know that there are the many characteristics, many traits are present into the organisms. There are the thousands of the genes are present on the chromosomes, which carries the different information. Okay, so the genes which carries the same characteristics, which carries the information of the same traits, they are represented by the same letter. For example, the tallness. Okay, the genes for the tallness is represented by the capital T, and the gene for the dwarfness is represented by the small t. Okay, tallness and dwarfness, it is a characteristics, it's a traits, means it is a height, it is a length. Okay, so the tallness is represented by the genes for the tallness is represented by the capital T, and the genes for the dwarfness is represented by the small t. See here the capital T and the small t are the two forms of the same genes. These are the two forms of the same genes. Means the genes controlling the same characteristics which are described by the same letters. Understand?
We learned that the capital T and the small t are the form of the same genes of the same traits. Means the different form of the genes for a single traits are called as the alleles. For example, blue eyes and the brown eyes are the example of the different alleles for the eye color. These alleles are of two types. One is a heterozygous and another one is a homozygous. We already learned that genes always work in the pair. If the two alleles for a trait are the different, means one is a capital T and another is a small t, means these are called as a heterozygous. And if the two alleles for a traits are the same, means if both are the capital T, otherwise both are the small t, then it is called as a homozygous.
Now, the genes which controlling the same characteristics of an organisms are of two types. One is a dominant gene and the second one is a recessive gene. Now, what is it by the dominant gene? The gene which describe the appearance of an organism. See here, the genes which describe the appearance of the organism even in the presence of the alternative genes. So that gene is called as a dominant gene. Means this dominant gene dominate the recessive genes of the same characteristics on the chromosomes of the pair. It dominates it. And other hand, the recessive genes means the genes which describe the appearance of an organism only in the presence of the identical gene. Okay, so that gene is called as a recessive gene. See, again I will repeat here, dominant genes and the recessive genes. Okay, so dominant gene means what? The genes which decide the appearance of an organism. Dominant genes which decide the appearance of an organism even the presence of the alternative genes. Means it dominates the other genes of the same characteristics. So that gene is called as a dominant gene. And the recessive gene means what? The genes which decide the appearance of the organism only if the presence of identical gene. That gene is called as the recessive genes. This dominant gene is represented by the capital letter. Dominant gene is represented by the capital letter. For example, in the pea plants, the genes for the tallness, the dominant genes for tallness is represented by capital T, and the recessive gene is represented by the small letters. Means the recessive genes, for example, in the pea plant, the recessive genes for the darkness is represented by small t. Okay, so always remember, dominant gene represented by capital letter and the recessive genes represented by the small letters. Understand?
Now, our next point is the genotypes and the phenotypes. So, genotype means what? So, genotype shows the genetic constitution of any organism. Means, in a simple word, genotype is a description of gene present in an organism. We already learned that to how to describe the genes. If you want to describe with the help of diagram the genetic inheritance, then how we are describing by using the symbol. Yes, means the genotype is the description of the gene present in the organism. And this genotype is always a pair of letters. Understand? For example, here brown eyes and the blue eyes are the different forms of the same genes. We are using the capital B for brown eyes and the small b for the blue eyes. Means the genotypes for a brown eyes could be capital B, small b, otherwise capital B, capital B. And the genotypes for the blue eyes is a small b, means both are the small letters B, B. We already learned that if the alleles are the same, means if the both are the capital B or both are the small b, then the organism is homozygous for the traits. And if the alleles are different, means the capital E B and the small b, then the organism is heterozygous for the trait. Now, the next topic is the phenotypes. So, this phenotypes is the characteristics or the trait which is visible in an organism is called as its phenotypes. So, these phenotypes of an organism is actually its the physical characteristics which is determined by its genotype. For example, brown eyes, curly hair, widow's peaks, sickle cell disease, etc. these are the physical characteristics. So these are all called as the phenotypes. Different alleles code for different phenotypes. Here is the example of the phenotypes and the genotypes is given. Now observe in this image. So the phenotype means it's a physical characteristics, means what is the color of this flower. We are seeing the three flowers are purple in color and one is white in color, means that purple and the white, it's a phenotypes. And we are represented these phenotypes by the genotypes, means maybe the genotypes is both are the capital alleles are there, maybe one is a capital and one is a small alleles are there. Okay, means the genotypes may be the homozygous and the heterozygous, but in the white, if the phenotypes is white, means it contains both are the recessive genes, means small p and small p. Now next topic is P1 generation, means parent generation. Means parent generation is used in a cross. For example, the P1 generation is the first generation because it represents the parents, means the two parents when cross or breed to produce the progeny, then that parents are called as a P1 generation. Now see in this image. Now what is in by the F1 generation? When two parents crossed to produce the progeny or offspring, so then their progeny is called the first filial generation or F1 generation. Understand that here F stand for filial, which denotes the progeny of a cross. And when the first generation progeny crossed or breed among themselves to produce the second generation progeny, then this progeny is called the second filial generation or F2 generation. Means the generation produced by crossing the two F1 progeny is called the F2 generation. This F stand for the filial. Remember this, okay? So for example, mother and father are the parental generation and their children are the F1 generation and their grandchildren are the F2 generation. Understand? Okay, what we learn today? We learn about some important terms which are important to understand the Mendel's experiments of the inheritance. We learn about the chromosomes. It is a thread-like structure in the nucleus of a cell form of the DNA which carries the gene. Then we learn about the gene. It is a unit of DNA on the chromosome which govern the synthesis of one protein that control a specific characteristics of an organism. Genes are actually units of heredity which transfer the characteristics from parents to their offspring during the reproduction. Then we learn about the dominant gene, means the gene which decide the appearance of an organism even in the presence of an alternative contrasting gene is known as a dominant gene. It is represented by the capital letter. And the recessive gene means what? The genes which can decide the appearance of an organism only in the presence of another identical gene is called as a recessive gene. It represented by the small letter. And F2 generation means when the first generation offspring crosses among themselves to produce the second generation offspring, then this offspring is called the second filial generation or F2 generation. Okay, I hope you all understood this all the topics. If you having any difficulty, you ask me. So have a good day, stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Then we learn about the genotypes and the phenotypes. So the genotype is the description of the gene present in an organism, and the phenotypes means it is a characteristics, it is a physical characteristics which is visible in an organism. Then we learn about the F1 generation and F2 generation. So F1 generation means when the two parents cross to produce the offspring, then their offspring, also called as a progeny, is called as the first filial generation, means F1 generation.